Welcome. I'm Reverend Patricia Caginello from Sacred Stories Publishing, and we are here with author and actually my seminary sister, Reverend Kiah Abendroth, to talk about her children's book, Albert the Peace Tree. So welcome, Kiah.
Thanks so much, Reverend Patty. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Yeah, I'm excited. So Kiah is kind of hailing in from the sunny island in Hawaii. So we can all just take a moment and just, for me, be a little jealous of Kiah in her nice tanned, warm looking person. But it's perfect. It's perfect because the sun is shining, you look joyful, you look peaceful, and that's everything that Albert the Peace Tree is about, right? When we look at the book, Albert the Peace Tree, don't we feel joyful and peaceful? Push it closer, yeah. So this is the book we're talking about. This is it's the very first children's book by Sacred Stories Publishing called Albert the Peace Tree, and it is an absolute delight. Wouldn't you say, Kiah?
Yeah, it's very warm. I mean, the book really embodies a lot of love.
So this book started because it started with a poem or prose or short writing that Kiah wrote that I read one day, and I was like, oh my goodness, we need to turn this into a children's book. I could see it. We needed to bring it alive. Albert needed to be brought, for me, into picture form, kind of bring him off the page and into real life. And so we did that. We created this project, and we were able, together with the illustrator Shannon Delaney, who's tremendous, to bring Albert to life. So, so Kiah, tell everyone, it's about love and joy and peace, but tell everyone, a little bit about what Albert the Peace Tree is about, and then your inspiration for writing the prose you wrote.
Sure. Thanks so much, Reverend Patty. A lot of the inspiration for this book, Albert the Peace Tree, came from our time in seminary together at One Spirit Interfaith Learning Alliance in New York. And there was a story in particular that really inspired the writing of this short poem. And it was a story about the doctor for the Dalai Lama and how he was able to diagnose an undiagnosable patient by listening very closely to his breath and feeling his pulse over a period of 30 minutes. And I was so moved by that level of presence and attention and love and care. And it really brought me into a place of reflecting how I feel that same presence and love from nature. And I think in today's world, it's such a healthy reminder to think from nature's perspective, how perhaps nature is experiencing us. So in the book, Albert the Peace Tree, the focus is on Albert the tree and how Albert is experiencing and sharing love with all of the people and animals that come around. So it's a message of being present and listening, and also of being aware of the other beings around us, whether they're people or trees or other forms of just our world that we live in. So it is a message of love and also of presence and connection.
This is so beautiful and so amazing because I didn't know that story. I didn't know that that's where your inspiration came from. I'm just so thrilled that we're doing this. We're having this conversation now, so I know that is really beautiful. That is really beautiful. And so that was the inspiration. That was kind of the inspiration. What would you say about Albert? How would you describe Albert? Because I absolutely love Albert. I fell in love with Albert. Yeah.
Albert. Well, there's definitely a playful quality in the writing, and even like the name Albert, it just, I don't know, it felt playful to me. And Albert is a tree that has been around. It has that wisdom of an elder, and Albert also is a softer tree. So the tree with like a little bit more round lines and a gentleness, and a weeping willow. And this was my request to Shannon when she wrote the book, that I always loved as a child the way the weeping willow created that space underneath it. It was like a magical playground where I could go and I could play in the leaves and feel like I was being held by the tree. So Albert is a weeping willow tree, and Albert is aware of every person that comes by and listens to each person's energy and to their heart, and is present with each person. Yeah. So that's a little bit about Albert. But I hope you will meet him by coming to read the book.
Oh my gosh. You know what I feel like? We haven't done this before, but I feel like, bless you, I feel like it would just be really beautiful for you to, you don't have to show the pictures, but just to read Albert the Peace Tree. It's very short, it's very beautiful, but I think that's the best way to really capture the essence of Albert. And after you read it, I'll tell you why I was so passionate about wanting to bring this book to life for the children.
All right. So, withered and weary stands Albert the Peace Tree. He's seen many feet go by. Some have even stopped and played. He's seen high heels and red striped sneakers and little bare feet with mud between the toes, and none of these feet has he ever ignored. To be a peace tree is to truly open yourself to all the life around you. When you're a peace tree, every piece counts.
That's one of my favorite parts.
So Albert knows not only the shoe sizes, but the tiny beating hearts that live in every soul. For with each step he has listened, and with each running, turning motion, he has smiled at how wonderful each and every soul is.
And then there's activities too at the end. There's an activity page. So let me tell you why I had to bring Albert to life, and I think everyone listening can already figure it out. But it was just that presence that you spoke about. It was that beautiful attention to every soul, and there's so many plays on the word soul, like soul of the shoe and soul and so forth, and peace. But it was attention that everyone counted and everyone was important, and Albert noticed everyone. So for every child or every person that ever felt that they were not being noticed or that they weren't important or they didn't count, they know now that they do because of Albert the Peace Tree. And I feel like I'm going to cry because that's why Albert the Peace Tree needed to come to life, was because I think that's super, super important.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Patty. I think it's such a beautiful, just compassionate and loving expression that we're here for each other, to hold each other and to listen to each other and to be present with each other, and to know that each member of our community is so important and has so many gifts to share and beautiful, beautiful things to offer the world, and they're worth listening to deep down and taking time to be with and be present with. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. And every child should feel that. Every child should know that. And that's why I am so happy that Albert the Peace Tree exists. I'm so happy that you, Kiah, exist.
Aww.
You know? Right? No, seriously, I'm happy that Shannon Delaney, the illustrator, exists and could bring Albert to life. And so I shared my favorite part. And I just want to mention that anyone that comments in the comments, say hi. If you're here, say hello. Let us know you're here. We're going to be picking one lucky winner who will receive a copy of Albert the Peace Tree as our free gift. And all of our books from Sacred Stories Publishing on our website, sacredstoriespublishing.com, are 20% off through the end of November. So I encourage everyone to go to the website, check out the books, find all your favorites, and they've all been, discounted down 20% through the end of November. So say hi in the feed. Let us know you're here. And you may win a free Albert the Peace Tree book, which is, as you can see, very beautiful. So, Kiah, tell us your favorite. Tell us your favorite part of the book.
Oh man. Well, now that you're asking, and now that we've been talking about how every piece counts, I feel like I don't have a favorite part anymore, Patty. They're just all my favorite because I love all of them. I just loved Shannon's art for this book, Shannon Delaney. She's such an incredible artist, and she brought so much just beautiful colors. And I had requested for that segment that to be a peace tree is to truly open yourself to all the life around you. And I wanted this kind of cosmic shift in the book and to have this cosmic image. And I loved what she did for that and the image of the tree on the earth. It was so much just even better than I was hoping. So.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very powerful. And it even is even more dramatic because that's the only pages in the book that look like that. The rest are light and bright and white, and you know what I mean, and the colors, and then you get this dramatic cosmic shift, like you said, that really just takes you out into the universe, which I think is very powerful too.
Yeah. And I love how she did like some collage work on some of the pieces as well. I was trying to find that one. But anyway.
Oh, that's the swirling page. Yeah, she did some collage work, which is really nice. Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. We're just honored at Sacred Stories Publishing that we can share it. Albert the Peace Tree. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Albert the Peace Tree is a beautiful book for children, grandchildren. I think everyone, parents alike, will enjoy reading it. And as you can see that when Kiah read it, it's just this beautiful rhyming. It's short and rhyming, but it's very powerful. And it has really some deep messages. And the beautiful part that I like, too, is that there's the activities at the end. So you can take with your children, grandchildren, and you can really take these concepts and really just kind of make them a little bit more real. So, for example, Kiah, can you just share maybe one or two of the activities that are suggested, because they're just beautiful. They're beautiful to do with the kids.
So number 2 is slow down. It's so easy to move quick nowadays. I thought this was an especially good exercise. So try moving slowly. Pretend your arms are big branches. What does it feel like when they move in the wind? What does it feel like to walk really slowly? Can you dance really slowly? I know I can have fun doing all of those things for a while. And then the last one is shine bright. And this is more about the love. And it says, feel your heart. Can you imagine love flowing out from you to a friend? What about to your family, to the whole world, to the stars? Just seeing how far can we shine that? How far can you imagine shining that love? And that helps bring that experience of connection.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just have visions of kids everywhere just dancing slowly with big, heavy branch arms around their bedrooms, Yeah, no, definitely. When my kids were little, we loved the books that had exercises that we could do, they're just fun. They're fun, and it really just takes even, so now it's not only just the reading, but the engagement and it's the experience then, which I think is just so profound and beautiful. So, Reverend Kiah Abendroth, thank you so very much for sharing your heart, for sharing Albert with us today, and tell everyone how they can contact you and find out more about you too, please.
Sure. Thanks, Reverend Patty. If you would like to find me on the interwebs, you can find me on Facebook at Kiah Abendroth. And you can also find me online at revkiah.com. So REVKIAH.com.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ministry site. So, and Kiah is an artist. She's a trumpet player. She's a you're absolutely wonderful. So revkiah.com, Albert the Peace Tree from Sacred Stories Publishing, booksellers worldwide. I know. I just want to hug everyone right now. And again, just do a quick shout out in the thread. We're going to be picking one lucky winner to get a free copy of Albert the Peace Tree. And tomorrow, I invite everyone to come back and join us as our author summit continues. Tomorrow, we're doing our nonfiction books. We have a full lineup all afternoon. And actually, Rev Kiah will be back because she's a co-author of this really phenomenal book called Scanning for Signal that we're going to be speaking about. So again, Reverend Kiah Abendroth, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Reverend Patty. This has just been so delightful.
Yeah, absolutely. And to everyone, until next time, take very good care. Thanks.
Yeah. Aloha!